Prayed I reach home. Bengaluru woman shares harassment experience by Ola driver during late night ride. Bengaluru harassment. The issue of women's safety in app-based taxi services has once again came into limelight after a Bengaluru woman shared her horrific experience of alleged harassment by an Ola cab driver during a late night ride in the city. In a detailed post on X, the woman, identified as Shravika Jain, alleged that her cab driver behaved inappropriately and made her feel extremely unsafe. Throughout the journey from Kempegowda International Airport to home at around 11 p.m. people said Bangalore is safe. Last night's cab ride from the airport was one of the most frightening experiences I've ever had, she said in her post. As per the woman, the cab driver began staring at her soon after the ride began. When he asked whether she knew Kannada and received a response, he reportedly started playing a loud song on YouTube and began singing at the top of his voice while tapping his thighs. People said Bangalore is safe. I took a cab from airport to home last night around 11 p.m. and it was the most scary experiences I have had. The driver kept staring at me creepily. He asked me if I knew Kannada and then started playing some song on YT in the highest possible https://t.com. OA 47-day TI Shravika Jain Shravi_AJ April 15, 2025. Despite her request to lower the volume, the driver responded with an unsettling look and barely reduced the noise. The driver kept staring at me creepily. He asked me if I knew Kannada and then started playing some song on YT in the highest possible volume, started singing in the loudest of his voice and kept tapping his thighs. When I asked him to lower the volume, he stared at me again and only lowered the volume little, she added. Jane further claimed that the driver suddenly began smoking inside the cab. When she objected, he ignored her discomfort. Out of nowhere now he started smoking and I had to again confront him. I was alone, it was night and had 3 of my male friends on call, text and location shared with, she added. The situation further got tense and escalated when the driver reportedly stopped the cab in the middle of the road, saying he wanted to get tea. Jane said she pleaded with him to drop her home first, citing the late hour, but he exited the vehicle without responding and returned only after 10 minutes. Upon resuming the journey, he allegedly kept glancing back at her every few minutes. He then stopped the car in the middle of the road and said, Aata hu madam chai pini hai. I said Birat boat hagai ih much hekar digi ye peli, to which he paid no attention and immediately went out. Came back after 10 minutes and kept looking back every 5 minutes with a strange stare, she added. I was scared and just prayed I'd reach home safe, she wrote. Fortunately, she made it home without further incident. Nananjine's post sparked outrage among the netizens over the women's safety, with many users demanding stronger safety measures for ride-hailing services. So sorry about it. I believe every company whose workers are working this way should make it mandatory to teach them sex education, what is bad touch, good touch, and how to look for others' punishments if you do something, a user suggested. Bengaluru isn't as safe as people think it is. I have guys following me and my roommates around 8 p.m. even though we weren't wearing anything revealing, and since they were a gang of 56 men and all were South Indians, we had to keep quiet, another user shared on X. Swipe left for next video. And responding to the post, the Bengaluru traffic police asked the woman to share her contact number via direct message, indicating that they would look into the matter, as reported by NDTV. Latest blogs.